master, dashing through pages. Chronicles, Gospels, prophets, sages. Leviticus, laws to pause, find phrases. Turning them corners, your spiritual mazes. Genesis to Revelation, so divine. Flip them scripts, endless grace you'll find. Psalms singing sweet, unbroken lines. Hitting that rhythm, wordplay refined. Anybody in here blessed? Anybody in here blessed? Bible in 1 year, we don't rest. Anybody in here blessed? Wake up early, the dawn's light shimmers. Spiritual breakfast, soul food dinners. Isaiah's vision, Ezekiel's figures. Walk through the fire, no one limbers. Kings and judges, prophets profound. Plowing the word, no mythical ground. Verse after verse, wisdom's bound. Heavenly soundtrack, soul serving sound. Anybody in here blessed? Anybody in here blessed? Bible in 1 year, we don't rest. Anybody in here blessed? No shortcuts, all divine routes. Listen to the whispers, no room for doubt. Parables drop stronger than gold faucets. Souls hydrated from divine prophets. Study the book, change perspectives. Carefully crafted, not too subjective. A year to reflect, learning perfect. Patterns of grace that time can't deflect. Old Testament drops deep and so real. Kings and warriors, covenant seals. Split that Red Sea, divine reveal. Commandments written, not made of steel. Bethlehem birth to cross on the hill. Unfolding the never blessings, pastor with skill. Scripture flip, every verse fulfilled.
Through the word, every verse, every chapter, nothing unheard. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed. Yo, online sermons, holy vibes delivered. Spreading light, got the sinners reconsidered. Psalm to psalm, man's like a holy DJ. Flipping through scripture, repping the Yahweh. Your emotes in the chat, praising the message. Flat cap on point, teaching eternal lessons. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed. Digital pulpit, preaching like a pro. Followers grow as the faith overflow. Keyboard clicks, holy words they stick. Raining blessings down with a slick rhyme trick. Virtual congregation, united in devotion. 1 year strong, a spiritual promotion. He's a life coach with divine instructions. Streaming holiness, no room for interruption. Flat cap changed the game, new pastoral fame. Virtual shepherd, he's embracing the mainframe. In the comments, affirmatives and amens. With each Goliath tackled, faith extend. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. Yo, online sermons, holy vibes delivered. Spreading light, got the sinners reconsidered. Psalm to psalm, man's like a holy DJ. Flipping through scripture, repping the Yahweh. Your emotes in the chat, praising the message. Flat cap on point, teaching eternal lessons. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. Digital pulpit, preaching like a pro. Followers grow as the faith overflow. Keyboard clicks, holy words they stick. Raining blessings down with a slick rhyme trick. Virtual congregation, united in devotion. 1 year strong, a spiritual promotion. He's a life coach with divine instructions. Streaming holiness, no room for interruption. Flat cap changed the game, new pastoral fame. Virtual shepherd, he's embracing the mainframe. In the comments, affirmatives and amens. With each Goliath tackled, faith extend. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. 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 Digital pulpit, preaching like a pro. Followers grow as the faith overflow. Keyboard clicks, holy words they stick. Raining blessings down with a slick rhyme trick.
Flat cap Esther dashing through pages. Chronicles, Gospels, prophets, sages. Leviticus, laws to pause, find phrases. Turning them corners, your spiritual mazes. Genesis to Revelation, so divine. Flip them scripts, endless grace you'll find. Psalms singing sweet, unbroken lines. Hitting that rhythm, wordplay refined. Anybody in here blessed? Anybody in here blessed? Bible in 1 year, we don't rest. Anybody in here blessed? Wake up early, the dawn's light shimmers. Spiritual breakfast, soul food dinners. Isaiah's vision, Ezekiel's figures. Walk through the fire, no one limbers. Kings and judges, prophets profound. Plowing the word, no mythical ground. Verse after verse, wisdom's bound. Heavenly soundtrack, soul serving sound. Anybody in here blessed? Anybody in here blessed? Bible in 1 year, we don't rest. Anybody in here blessed? No shortcuts, all divine routes. Listen to the whispers, no room for doubt. Parables drop stronger than gold faucets. Souls hydrated from divine prophets. Study the book, change perspectives. Carefully crafted, not too subjective. A year to reflect, learning perfect. Patterns of grace that time can't deflect. Old Testament drops deep and so real. Kings and warriors, covenant seals. Split that Red Sea, divine reveal. Commandments written, not made of steel. Bethlehem birth to cross on the hill. Unfolding the Nabi blessings, pastor with skill. Scripture flip, every verse fulfilled.
Through the word, every verse, every chapter, nothing unheard. Everybody in here blessed. I'm blessed. Everybody in here blessed. I'm blessed. Yo. Online sermons, holy vibes delivered, spreading light, got the sinners reconsidered. Psalm to psalm, man's like a holy DJ, flipping through scripture, repping the Yahweh. Your emotes in the chat, praising the message, flat cap on point, teaching eternal lessons. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed. Everybody in here blessed, I'm blessed. Digital pulpit, preaching like a pro. Followers grow as the faith overflow. Keyboard clicks, holy words they stick, raining blessings down with a slick rhyme trick. Virtual congregation, united in devotion. 1 year strong, a spiritual promotion. He's a life coach with divine instructions. Streaming holiness, no room for interruption. Flat cap changed the game, new pastoral fame. Virtual shepherd, he's embracing the mainframe. In the comments, affirmatives and amens. With each Goliath tackled, faith extend. Everybody in here blessed. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Everybody in here blessed. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Yo, online sermons, holy vibes delivered, spreading light, got the sinners reconsidered. Psalm to psalm, man's like a holy DJ, flipping through scripture, repping the Yahweh. Your emotes in the chat, praising the message, flat cap on point, teaching eternal lessons. Everybody in here blessed. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Everybody in here blessed. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Digital pulpit, preaching like a pro. Followers grow as the faith overflow. Keyboard clicks, holy words they stick, raining blessings down with a slick rhyme trick. Virtual congregation, united in devotion. 1 year strong, a spirit.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Good to see you, Lucis. Hope your day is going well. All right, sound is good. We're good on that. I did get the raid command fixed. I don't know why when I made it, it left off, part of it, so it did not end up working. So now it's fixed. Feel like I need to get another animated emote in there. What are my emotes? I am unstable again today. I don't know why all this week my stream has been telling me I'm unstable. Unless I've just got too much stuff going on, but I restarted my computer, so that didn't fix it. I also, my mic here has been getting looser and looser. I need to find the wrench to tighten it. But if I touch it, it falls over. So I end up touching it a lot. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yep, I got it fixed. I got some more commands set up. Let me see if I can figure out what they were, because my brain doesn't always remember. TCD con, I think that's what it is. Let me see if that works. Nope, that's not it. Let me go look up what my commands were. I don't even remember my commands. MC Wolfcat, welcome in, friend. Huh. Oh, it's under timers. I thought I had made one for the con. Maybe it's just under the timers. Huh. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, is it under something else? Let me just look here a minute on what my commands are not showing you. Oh, I can turn that one on. Welcome in, King Diamond. Welcome in, friend. Okay, I've got that. I thought I just made one. Did it not save?
Skurvazovich 23 just rated with 3 viewers.
What? What? Skirt Savage, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Let me get my raid going. Raids big and small are welcome here. Welcome in, one and all.
Sageness Josh just followed.
Bum, bum, bum. Sageness Josh, thank you for the follow, friend. Who do we got coming in with the raid? Let me see here. Bum. Sorry, someone walking past my house in an orange hat, so drew my attention out the window. What a lovely Friday Eve. What? Friday Eve? Oh, I guess it could be Friday evening. No, it could be Thursday evening, or it could be Friday morning. Friday Eve? Anyway, Sageness Joust, welcome in. Skirt Savage, welcome in. Good to see you. Alright, so there's a video. A bunch of stuff. I do like, oh, there's Wywis. There's Wywis, who is behind me. The albino Placostomus. Alright, I got lots of changes in the works. So if you look over here, you see that the fish are out, but Wywis right over there, right in the corner. You will see Wywis right there. I can't move, or I could move Wywis, but Wywis needs more temperature, and I need to clean that tank. The fish have I have too many fish in there. That's a problem. Okay, so they need more space. So I kept trying to clean the water, but I could only clean so much of it because Wywis can't handle the cold water that I'm putting in there. So I do have my heater in there now. You can see it right there. I'm heating that tank up to a higher temperature so that when I go and do a water change, he'll be able to handle it a bit better. So let me show you the fish cams a minute, so you won't see Wywis on the fish cam anymore.
Content creators, gamers.
I don't need the ad right now. Okay, so the tank at the far end, or the upper right there, is where all of the fish that were in that tank got moved to. And then the other lower right is where the fish that were in the upper right got moved to, and where some of them will get moved back to it, and then the guppies are lower left. Hey, there we go. We got a drive by. I don't know what you call it. A swim by. We got a swim by there. We got a swim by. Okay. Upper left is on Lake Superior. And then where half of them got moved is in the back room that you cannot see. which is back there behind me. So we've been trying to work on trying to get them healthier water system, and they started out in here in the fall going into winter because they were too small to be outside in the pond out there. I was able to get the pond cam moved yesterday, and I'm pretty happy about that. It's got a nice view of all the fish right now. You'll have to go over to my other channel to see that. You know what I could do? This is a snazzy idea here. Let me I figured out how I could do this. Won't be the greatest view, but I know how to do it. Find the window, or the window that I'm capturing, switch windows for a minute, and I can show you. There we go. There is the fish cams. So you can see there in the upper right is the underwater cam. And they're all just hanging out. They're all just hanging out there. They're not going to do much. Okay, it is water temperature in the 30s. They're going to be dormant until things get warmer. So, Skirt Savage, you had the other one up? Thank you, friend. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let me switch this back to what we're doing. Oh, no, I don't want to switch that yet. Let me go back over here. I was trying to look for a command because I thought I had made a command and I was going to share it. But then I did not see it. Okay, I do not see it. So let me go back to my commands and see if I can find it. I thought I made some new commands yesterday, and then I'm looking and let me see what this one is. Wow. And by the way, if you see that, I'm preaching at VRMMO Church on Sunday. Okay, yep, you're a digital streamer wanting community. Yep, there we go. There's that one. Psst, chat. This all started with 5 goldfish, and it just keeps on growing. The fishes, it does. It does. I need to get more cams. I definitely need more cams. I don't have enough cams on all the fish, so. Oh, I can turn that one on. Sorry, I'm looking at something before because I want to share it with you. I thought, what did it? Okay, there's that one. Wow. That's weird. And I thought I put other things in there as well that you could... Oh, yeah. I've got this one. Let's see if this one works. This is one I made. Yep. So that one's working. Huh, I swear I put one in for the conference. Thought I did it. I can't not find it. Did it not save? Just looking back through here. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, that's not good. I swear I made that yesterday. Now I can't find it. Where did it go? Well, I'll have to make a new one. I thought I had the conference in there. So anyway, The Church Digital. Bum, bum, bum. Let me just pull it up. I'll show you this way. Oh, I need to switch that. All right. So, some of the stuff I am doing. So, things are all going to be evolving and changing here starting next week. So, starting next week with Reach Conference, which you can see over there, I will be doing a workout stream at 8 o'clock every day. That's right, every day. And since I'm going to do a workout every day, we'll go ahead and do something every day with Devo afterwards. Not Devo, I shouldn't say Devo. With reading in the Bible every day. So if we go over to my list of what we do, we have Messiah Monday. We're reading in one of the Gospels. We have Torah Tuesday. We're reading in one of the first 5 books of the Old Testament. We have Wisdom Wednesday. We're reading in Psalms, Proverbs, maybe Ecclesiastes, maybe Song of Solomon. We have Transform Thursdays, where we are reading and looking at things about how we can live out our faith, how we can live better. Friday Favorites, where I have picked and let you vote. Oh, we get to vote on. We're going to get to vote on Ephesians or James. Ephesians or James. You know what? Let me just get a poll up, and we can start voting on that. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. Start a poll. New poll. Which? Ephesians or James? And let's go with 10 minutes on the poll. Starting the poll now. We'll do it again at the end of the stream, so it's not going to be a one-time deal. I will tally the votes. May even put it in Discord, and I'll make the final decision if it is unclose. If they're close, I'll make a decision on that. If it's overwhelmingly one or the other, then we'll look at it. We'll do that. So, with Reach Conference, which is pretty amazing. Tickets are already underway. I think 26 tickets are sold. You can use my code FLATCAP and get $10 off that. If you want all food included with it, meals and snacks. They had abundance of snacks last year. Only $50 more to cover that for the 3 days of the conference. I think that's a pretty good deal. You don't have to do that. I don't eat but one meal a day, so I probably will not do that. But I don't know. The snacks might be worth it. So anyway, more info on that if you go to reachconference.org. But Reach Conference is trying to help you level up things in your life. So one of those is your hit points, your health points. And so they're starting a 90-day fitness challenge on Monday. If you would like to join me over there, let me give you the promo for it, actually. This is your HP Level Up.
Welcome to the 90-day Helldivers Challenge. Starts March 3rd, 2025.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
Say no to bugs. Say yes to get buff. For Super Earth and a Super You.
Keep moving! Get here now!
All right, so if you want to join me, you can join me. If you want to join everyone else doing it, so it will be on the Discord, or I should say in Discord. How do you say that? I'm old, so I'm probably saying it totally wrong. You know, like on the Facebook, you know, how that all goes. So anyway, you can go over here, you can join Discord, you can join me. If you want to just join me, you can be here any day at 8 a.m. Your problem is don't know where to start. Well, that's one of the things, King Diamond. Oh, in the Discord. Oh, I've got a VOD on how to start in Discord, how to get set up. So where is my VOD at? Because it is overwhelming. It is overwhelming. I was completely overwhelmed by it. Ding, ding, ding. Where's my brain at? Here's my problem. I use multiple tabs. There we go. Search across your channels. And okay, come on. Load the rest of the page. Share. Copy. Boom. Okay. So this one is specific for the church digital Discord, not my personal Discord, not for the Blessed Community Discord. I'm in a ton of them now. But anyway, there's a little guide that kind of shows you how to navigate around. You can walk through that. Just hang out in a couple of places. It's great for communication. The Bless Discord channel, not very active. Not a lot of stuff happening on. The Reach Conference Discord channel blows up all the time. I mean, the other day I was in a meeting for an hour or 2 hours, came back and had like 100 messages. So watch that one, King Diamond. and I think you're over in the church digital Discord. Am I right, or am I wrong on that? And it's a good intro to help you figure out things and how they work out. Skirt Savage, to be honest, you wept this morning because of I got a reminder of how much God loves me. Just wanted to share that. Yeah, can you share more? I'd love to know more about that, Skirt Savage. I love those stories. By the way, okay, so I'm still, so anybody that came in, and I know, party of three, I don't care. So, love that you came in. So, let's just go over to Reach Conference, and I'll get back to the Church Digital, what I was going to talk about anyway. There, come on, load, baby, load. Come on, there we go. So this is last year, some of the fun we had there. That was pretty awesome. So here are the things that you can get that'll happen there. Why is the console gaming backwards? Why oh, okay, when you go over to it, it flips backwards. I didn't realize that. I was like, what? Didn't realize it had flipped. Okay, so there's all this. I'm not going to go over them. There's PC giveaways. I've got one of those PCs right here. Not, it's not this cool of a PC that got given away. Maybe this year they will. But so here's the schedule: 7 a.m. registration, 8 a.m. level up your hit points. Oh, why? They're going to have that at 80? I've not even looked at this. Doors open on the LAN console. It's another $25 if you want to play in the LAN console. Lunch, all you can eat pizza and more. Content creator meet and greet on the main stage. I'll be there. Artistic agony, the punishment pal. I have no idea what that is, but it's going to be a Bob Ross thing, which was last year. Hilarious. Dinner pulled chicken bowls like Chipotle, but not actually. Grand opening. So if you don't get there, if you want to get there a day before, you can. If you can't, that's okay. Okay. So that's just day one. I'm not going to look through all of them. So I'm doing that. You can join me in that. You can use my code FLATCAP if you want $10 off. Yeah, King Diamond, you were over there. I thought you were. So yeah, that one will help you. The other thing is that video is from like 3-4 months ago, and it's been moved around, new things added. So it gives you a guide on Discord and navigating it and finding your way around. It does not give you an up-to-date, this is what it looks like today. So the other thing I want to talk about, those coming in, is the Church Digital's Digital Missionary Conference. I swear I had a command for this. Anyway, Digital Missionary Conference. So it is April 2 at 11 a.m. EST. So you're like, oh, I'm busy at that time. Oh, I'm in a different time zone. Oh, I can't make it. Don't worry about that. Sign up anyway. Because the only way to get this content afterwards is if you were there and signed up. Now, you can still sign up afterwards. You start hearing us talk about it. You're like, oh, I missed it. I want to watch the videos. But we're not going to put them on YouTube. We're not going to put them on our podcast channels. We're only going to have them to those people who are committed to being connected with us in community. So that's part of it. So you can either watch it on your computer, or you can actually watch it in the VR space. I'm going to be in the VR space. That's where I'm going to be hanging out, is over there in VR. So if you don't have VR, you'll be able to still come to the conference. If you don't have VR, you can watch it later as well. And I think with Spatial, you could choose it and still watch it on your computer. So here's who it's for. So I want to just go over this section. The Digital Missionary Conference is built for online laborers, those pioneering to take the gospel beyond the building. Church leaders exploring online discipleship strategies. Might not be a lot of those in here. Content creators using digital platforms in ministry. That's going to be a bunch of us over here. Missionaries expanding their reach through digital engagement. That might be missionaries that are in the Middle East, in India, in Africa, who are missionaries, but they're realizing, especially like in India right now, we need to get connected online, because when the persecution that is coming comes and we can't meet publicly, we need to stay connected and encouraging one another. So they're starting to do that in anticipation of more persecution coming. And anyone passionate about taking the gospel in new and unreached spaces. So this doesn't mean you're a content creator. Yes, you could be a mod. You can just be a person online, in the chat, in community with other people. This is for you. So here's a bunch of the speakers. Jay Cranda, who's from Saddleback. He's their online pastor. Lusan Movement, we talked about that last fall. Dr. John Harris, good friend of mine. Jasmine may be the only one that is going to be on video because she is exactly the opposite time zone that we will be on. So it'll be the middle of the night for her, so she will not be there. And then there may be more. We were just having conversations about maybe inviting someone else. So anyway, all of that is there, and I'm really, really excited about it. I need to get some more promo stuff about it, but sharing about it anyway. Skirt Savage, the past few days you've been low and dealing with health issues and struggling with life, and watched a video on what to do when spiritually unmotivated, and it was talking about feel like there's no end to your hurt and the story of Job, and it just made you cry. Oh, I'll tell you what, Job is a fantastic book to read when you are feeling overwhelmed, when life is just beating you up. It is fantastic. All right, so it looks like James, 5-0 win there on James. Let me see the vote breakdown. Was it just one person voting? Five votes, 5 voters. Nope, nobody used channel points. Okay, 5 votes on James. Well, I think that's pretty overwhelming. I still will do another vote later, but unless it's exactly the opposite, looks like we'll be doing James. I was not anticipating it being so lopsided. Okay, Lucis, am I forgetting anything else? By the way, let's get some mod love for Lucis. Lucis always here, hanging out, doing a great job, helping out. That's the other thing. If you're a mod someplace, come to this conference. If you can't make it at the time it will be available later. Part of it, too, that you'll miss if you're not there, but we realize time zones and all of that globally. And we'll be doing one in the fall that we're trying to figure out how to do a 24-hour one. The speakers are live, except for maybe one. A lot of digital conferences are all pre-recorded that I've seen. Well, then just give me the videos. I don't need to come to the conference. But we're going to have breakouts. We'll be having conversations. Part of what we think is most important is having the discussions and conversations around things, interacting with the topics, not just gaining intellectual knowledge, but processing it and how you can use it in life. Skirt Savage, yes, so amazing how God can speak to you, mod love. Yes. Thanks. Thank you. Okay. Is there anything else that I have? Oh, no, that's not it. Here's what I'm looking for. Okay. Oh, and I need to switch to dark mode. For some reason, and there probably is a way around it. I just haven't figured it out. The screen gets like, when you guys are looking at it, it gets this dark over it because I've got it set to dark mode, but it doesn't show it in dark mode for me, but it's like the computer reading it to show you reads it darker, and it's not a full dark mode. I understand that, but I do not want to browse. I always hit the wrong button. Contrast. There we go. But half of the buttons don't show when I just go full dark mode on the computer. So, let's see. I guess I don't need to show you all of this. So, I just want to copy the couple of passages here, and then we will look for themes, and we'll talk about that. So, simplicity, simple living. What's another word for it? I'm trying to look at frugality, being frugal. Okay, so I'll give you some examples of that. And society right now does not want you to have simple living. It does not want you to have frugality. It does not want you to be disciplined on anything. It wants you to think you need more, you need better, you need newer. And simplicity is in opposition to that. So learning to live with less, meeting basic needs and joy and contentment. We resolve to renounce waste and oppose extravagance in personal living, clothing, and housing, travel, and church buildings. Oh, church buildings too. Yes. We also accept the distinction between necessities and luxuries. Creative, excuse me. Creative hobbies and empty status symbols. Modesty and vanity, occasional celebrations and normal routine, and between the service of God and slavery to fashion. Where to draw the line requires conscientious thought and decision by us, together the members of our family. So this is from the Lausanne Committee on World Evangelism that they took that statement. I like that statement a lot. I like that statement a lot. You just finished reading 1 Timothy. All right, so then you probably covered it. Okay, so we're going to take those two, and we'll start with looking at those two. Okay. 2 things I ask of you, Lord. Do not refuse me before I die. Keep falsehood and lies far from me. Give me neither poverty nor riches, but give me only my daily bread. Otherwise, I may have too much and disown what you say. Who is the Lord? Or I may be poor and steal and so dishonor the name of my God. This is such a great, great proverb. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go over here and put in our list for Proverbs. Proverbs 30. We're going to read the whole of it later. Not today, but we will go over and read that. So, I love how this is thinking about things. If I become rich and wealthy, I may start believing I'm the one that did everything. I'm the one that worked so hard and did all these things. And I also, and then, you know, just give me the daily bread. I don't want to be rich and I don't want to be poor. If I'm rich, I may just walk away from you, God. And if I'm poor, I might dishonor you. So I don't want to be so poor that I am desperate and not trusting in you and stealing and so depriving others people of what they have. And I also don't want to be rich and arrogant and not remember who you are either. KC in KY. KC in Kentucky. Hello and good morning, friends. Welcome in. Is that a new name? Because it's not telling me that you've said hello, but I don't recognize the name. Did you used to have another name? Because you're not a first time, and it doesn't say you came over with the... and maybe you've been here, and I just forgot about it. Anyway, welcome in. We're talking about simple living. So, I'm going to pick on myself for a minute because I like to pick on myself. So, I have a fish tank here. I have a fish tank there. I have a fish tank over there. I have another fish tank over there. I have one in the back room. I have a pond outside. I'm not trying to keep up with anybody. I'm not doing that because, like I'm trying to be bigger and fashion and all of that. The expanding of the fish tanks is because I have fish and I'm trying to care for them properly. I'm also trying to get rid of some of them. So that would be something like, now if, like you see Squidward's house here, now they do need some things in the tank to be able to hide around and do that and feel like it's natural environment, and we do a more decorative manner. I do need a few things in there. But if I was just buying really, really exciting things and bigger, like, you know, the Squidward house is a normal size, I probably could get a Squidward house or a SpongeBob house that was like 1.5 feet tall and really, oh wow, I could spend a lot of money on something like that. Then I would be chasing after things that I don't need. Then I would be adding to things that I don't need. I do kind of need new filters on some stuff. Hey, welcome in. I'm watching you people. Now, on the other hand, being a slave to fashion, there's all these hats I have over here. There's all these. You know what I need? I just need a hat cam. I just need another cam that just pans on the hats. That would be cool. That would be cool. I think I need to do that. Oh wait, no. Then Am I enhancing the stream? Am I adding to it? Or is this now a desire of something that I gotta have? I need to do. I need more of. I need extravagance. This is a constant battle, okay? It's a constant battle of when do you upgrade, when do you not upgrade. As I was saying, the world tells us we need bigger, stronger, faster, all of that. Let me just show you my screen here. See that nice line running through the screen there? It's cracked, it's broken, and it's 3 years old, and I keep getting calls from the store telling me, hey, come and upgrade your phone. Come and upgrade your phone. I see commercials all the time. Come and upgrade your phone. Is it a necessity to upgrade? No. Does my phone need to get upgraded? Sometime probably this year. It would be beneficial. It's old. It's semi-broken. My case is broken. Those kinds of things. So, but if I'm running out every time there's a new model and I'm chasing after and I'm making sure to show you what brand I have and which one I have and getting the really fancy case. There's no fancy case. Then am I doing it to show off or to not show off? Am I I'll do another one. Okay. Can you see the brand on those glasses? Okay, so these ones I got from the eye doctor, and insurance covered most of the cost. These ones I got from Zenni, online place, and insurance didn't cover any cost there. These ones have a prescription for being at the computer. These are my everyday ones, so that's why I have two, and they're sitting right here. I didn't have to get this brand. I wasn't looking for this brand to be flashy and to show people. I wanted purple frames. That's what I wanted. I wanted purple frames. These were the only purple frames, or the closest to purple frames. It's a little translucent purple. I really wish it was dark purple, but I didn't go for the name brand. I was going because I needed glasses. They weren't a fashion statement. A few people noticed it. You can't see it. I'm not flashing it off. So, am I just meeting a need here? That was my plan. Did I want something specific? Yeah, because I enjoyed that. But if I was going after it just to be able to show everybody, look at how expensive my glasses are. Look at what I've got. Look at the brand that I've got. I mean, I can do that with microphone too. It's a JLab. It's a hand-me-down. I don't know nothing about it. I do have new microphone coming, so it's a lapel wireless mic. Not lapel, but a wireless mic. I didn't order the one I ordered because I wanted to show off the brand. I got it because the brand was reliable, and I hopefully will never have to replace it. So that's what I'm going to talk about here. With the simplicity, being simple, I don't need 200 microphones. I don't need 200 hats. I do not have 50 hats yet. I may get over 50 hats this year, but I'm selective. I don't need to go spend a lot of money on it. I mean, I would like to get some more, but I'm not going to sacrifice. Excuse me. Sorry, my throat just suddenly closed up. I'm not going to sacrifice something else in life, or my ability to tell you, my throat was closing up, or my ability to bless someone else to buy myself a hat. The other thing on my microphone, I had a $100 credit at the store, so I spent a $100 credit at the store to get the price down, and it was on sale, and functionally, I'm going to be using it immediately. So Casey, we've been programmed to want our next fix when we barely even upgrade anything to warranty the newer product. Yeah. So I love this passage, though. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Like, if I'm on both extremes, I am going to be prone to problems. If I'm on both extremes, I'm prone to problems. Now, I look at my house, and I have more house than I probably need. I honestly do. But if my kids were living in this space during COVID, if I did not have this house, I could not have done that. When my mom comes to visit, she stays here. So my house, and then we have had friends come over, and they've stayed 3 times this year already. We've had that. I have another one that might be happening later this year. And God may call us at some time to invite someone else to live with us. So I'm not exclusive on my place. I don't host a lot of parties, but, I could utilize it in that way. I'm watching. I just need basic talk, text, internet. I like it. Internet. Your cell is cracked and the audio can be random, but it works. Shrug. Yeah. And I do a lot of stuff on my phone, which would be a reason why I will probably upgrade it sometime this year. And I'm not trusting it will keep working. One shiny penny. Welcome in, friend. Good morning, y'all. Okay. So we've got the 2 extremes and a prayer saying, I don't want to be in either. I don't want to be super rich, and then I think I'm doing it all. I don't want to be poor and then be in lack and want and dishonor you by my actions. So, okay, what was the other passage? 1 Timothy. But godliness with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into the world, and we can take nothing out of it. But if we have food and clothing, we can be content with that. So, basic necessities. Oh, sorry, thank you. I didn't switch back after I was showing you other stuff. Thank you, Lucis. Godliness with contentment is great gain. I know. Yeah, are we supposed to be looking at their handsome face? Yeah, that's it. I just... Squirrel outside the window. The squirrels have been active out there the last couple days, and that's fun to have a squirrel and say, actual squirrel. Okay. Contentment. Contentment is being able to be happy with what you have. Okay? I'm content with the number of hats that I have. Every time a new one comes out and they send it to me, I'm like, ooh, that's cool. But I don't need a new hat. I'm not out buying new fish. Those come just by their own magical, mysterious stuff that happens in the pond. Yeah, how do you fight the being content? Is realizing, are you trying to? Yes. Hey, Mel, welcome in. So, I'm not going to pick on this as a thing that anyone does. Okay, so I know I'll just use stickers for instance, like whatever you collect, right? So, if you collect stickers from your favorite streamers, you might like to get one. These aren't an expensive thing. They're not an extravagance. They're not over the top. I have no more room for stickers to show off either ministries or streamers that I know. I mean, I've got 2 mugs. They're both full up. Was looking at the store this week at, should I get another one? They didn't have the same style that I have. They didn't have them on sale, so I didn't get one. I don't need one. I would only want to get one so that I'd have one more place because I have stickers from friends that I do not have displayed yet. And I like to display them when I go places. Show off my friends, show off other ministries and what they're doing, and do that. So, am I content with the mug I have? Absolutely. So, I could just never get another one. That's why I look at the price and I walk on by. When you're shopping at Costco and pass the giant Pikachu squashmallow, I don't know what a squashmallow is. Is that going to be a stuffed animal there? Okay. The great question I'm watching, my workout water bottles are ones that go in my bicycle clip. And if I put them on the bicycle clip, they would, and slide them in and out, they would get ruined. But I'm also noticing these are starting to, peel. And I'm thinking about getting a coating to cover all of it so that, it's set. That's a good thought, though. I like that thought. I could put them on my water bottles. But like I said, I'm going to have to protect them if I do. I'll have to protect them if I do. So I've got 2 of those. You know what? Actually, I'm watching. You'll be excited about this, maybe. You'll be excited about... You know what? Let me give you a BRB, and I'm gonna go grab my water bottles for workout.
Attention streamers, content creators, gamers, and cosplayers. Last year, ReachConf was an absolute blast. An in-real-life celebration where creators connected, impactful speakers inspired, gaming tourneys, on-stage shenanigans, and fantastic music kept the energy high. It was more than an event. It was a community coming together. Get ready for ReachConf 2025, happening November 6 to 8. All the best parts of gaming and creative culture will be there, live and in person. Last year, we hit capacity, and even with increased numbers this year, tickets are sure to sell fast. Don't miss your chance to be part of the ultimate IRL experience. Grab your tickets now and join the movement.
You seen a Squirtle plush yesterday, and you were going to get, but your mom said no. Okay. No, not so. There's a clip that is on the bar. So the bar that goes down, you put your water bottle in the clip. So the clip on the bar, not the handlebars, the bar of the bicycle frame. Okay, you can see it good on this one. See the scratches along there and the chips down here. Well, the chips might not be, but the scratches along the mug, that is from sliding it in and out. This is from glue, by the way. This is from sliding it in and out of, and I love this handle, by the way. Let me show you the, if you want to get this. This is your water bottle, and it is Travel Coupe. And so it's got 2 fingers on that, which to me is great when I go to slide it out. Instead of grabbing like this, and then, oops, I can drop it, it's 2 fingers. And then flip the top, take your drink. So I've got 2 of those, but this one too, you can see it's all scratched up from sliding in and out of the holder there. So what I might be able to do is pick one of these, probably going to be the white one, and fully sticker it, and then put a coating on the outside, like some clear contact paper, to protect all of the stickers, and then I could do that. It's a great idea. Great idea. Thank you. But I was going to say, I wanted to show you these to you because starting Monday, when I'm doing the workout challenge with Reach Conference, the 90-day challenge, I will have those water bottles to drink while I'm working out. When I'm working out, when I'm riding a bicycle, when I'm working in the yard, working in the yards, maybe not. The only times I really eat, or should I say eat, drink water. That's about the only time I drink water. So, adulting is hard because you have to tell yourself no. Okay. So contentment is being, no. That's another one we can go look at. We'll look at that one. I won't go to there. I was going to go to another passage. But godliness with contentment is great gain. So the 2 of these, things go together. It might actually be in this full passage. Let me just pull it out here. Dun 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 dun. Okay, no, it's not in this section. Okay, and I love the rationale. You brought nothing into the world, and you can take nothing out of it. I mean, this is a joke you probably heard many times. Have you ever seen a hearse with a U-Haul trailer behind it? Well, no. And the reason you don't, I mean, well, you can go back to pharaohs and other, people that would get buried with lots and lots of treasure with them because they did think they could take it with them. But the reason you're not going to today is because you don't actually get to take it with you. That's why tomb robbers were there. That's why today ain't nobody getting buried with their stuff, because somebody's going to take it. Somebody's going to grab it. BRB? All right. You know what? Maybe I need a BRB command. Do I have a BRB command? I don't even know what commands I have. All right. I'm thinking I need a BRB command. I swear I made a TCD con yesterday, and it's not there. I don't know what happened to it. Anyway. So, you brought nothing into the world, you can take nothing out of it. So what is it? Put it this way. Do I gain anything by having more hats? No. Do I gain anything by having more water bottles? No. Do I gain anything by having the nicest, newest phone? Which, by the way, my wife just upgraded hers, but her phone was 4 years old. Her phone was 4 years old, and we decided it was time for her to get an upgrade. So we waited a long time. We weren't in a rush. We weren't trying to have the latest and greatest to be the person with the latest and greatest. I don't have the latest and greatest of anything very often. So I can't take it with me. I also know it's going to wear out. Should I rush to be the one that does it? Now, there's a difference between buying something of quality and spending more money on it because you know it will last. With my wife, with purses that she has, they would wear out. You buy the cheap purse and it wears out. And you buy the cheap purse and it wears out. You buy the cheap purse and it wears out. Finally, she said, I want to buy better quality because I'm tired of replacing. So we've gone to name brand purses so that they don't wear out. You know what? Since she's bought those, she's had them for years instead of buying them all the time. I love bacon 86. Welcome in, friend. You have $1 for every time a girl said I was unattractive. They would eventually find me attractive. Okay, I see what you're saying there. Mel, yeah, you figured it out. So when we're talking about simple living doesn't just mean do the cheap thing. Simple living is about being content with the thing you have, not thinking you need to have bigger, better, faster, newer, whatever it may be. It's not about that. It's you know what? Let me show you this. This is my speakers. This is my speakers over here. I don't know if I can reach the other one. I gotta unplug it and then I can reach maybe. There we go. There's the other one. If you're old enough to recognize this kind of a speaker system, look at the. Yeah, that's the plug-in system it's got back there. So I haven't run out and got any speakers for this computer. I bought a cheap keyboard and mouse for that one. I got a nicer mouse that I'm using on this one, but for the other one, actually, let me just show you the setup over there. That is a television monitor, a 24-inch television monitor that you can see me on. You can see the keyboard there. I was even just debating, do I need to get a screen, a monitor, instead of using an old 24-inch TV? Now, it's not great for the pixelation. Stuff is blurry on it because it's not a computer monitor. But for what I'm using it for, I don't need to upgrade that. If I get a chance to get a cheap monitor, I'll probably do it. But I'm content with having a TV that, let me see, it's at least 12 years old, TV. And if you couldn't see it, there's also a Logitech cam on there. So sometimes you can just go make do. I'm content with that. I don't need to upgrade it. Nobody's going to see it. I mean, this is probably the only time anybody will see it. I showed you. But, yeah, You're taking you back to childhood. There you go, Bacon. Yeah. Those old school plug-in to the big giant, those go along with the cathode ray tube monitors that were a box and a beast. Oh, that's what those go back to. Mel, I don't think.
Joshua 20205 just followed.
Oh, Joshua 2205. Josh, whoo, welcome in. Am I saying that right? Is that how you want to say it? Josh, who or Josh? Anyway, thank you for coming in. Mel, I don't need this year's designer purse, but I'll buy some brands that are moderately priced that will last. Yeah, and that's what she's done is, we got an ad coming in. Let me snooze that. She'll buy the better brand that will last, but doesn't have to be this year's, that kind of a thing. Josh, you work 8 hours to live for. You work 6 days to enjoy one. You work 8 hours to eat in 15 minutes. You work 8 hours to sleep 5. You work all year just to take a week or two vacation. You work all your life to retire in old age and contemplate all your last breaths. Eventually, you realize your life is nothing but a parody of yourself practicing your own oblivion. We have been so accustomed to material and social slavery that we no longer see the change. Life is short. Journey, live it. Wow, did you write that or did you take that from someone else? That's very, very well said in the pursuit of chasing after things. Definitely. And they play on you. This is one of the reasons I really hate this. You deserve it. Oh, I hate that. Why would I deserve it? Really? What did I do to deserve anything? I may have earned something, and if I've earned something, that means I have worked for it, and I've done things. Deserving is a different level to me, like, just because of who you are, or because you want it, you deserve it. No, I don't. I don't deserve a new hat. I don't have a job, You make all your quotes. Josh, that's just beautiful, man. Bananarama, welcome in. Don't ever disrespect me looking like Sherlock Holmes on his day off. Okay. You live in the UK and I'm living on the benefit system as I worked hard. Okay. But you bring up some great points of if we are in the pursuit of chasing after something bigger, better, then we are slaves to whatever finances we have coming in, because without them, we lose the things we have. So I did not buy the house I'm in because I wanted to show off to anybody. I bought it because, frankly, it was what was available, what I could afford, and what would meet my needs. I refinished this room so that if my kids came home and they were not living with me, they would have a room to stay in, as well as the room next door. They ended up moving in for 3 years throughout COVID. So, and now it became my office. I had no plans that it would become my office. Josh, you are from Valencia, Spain. Ooh. In our country, we have a law when you pass away, your property and cars are left there until they naturally blemish, etc. They're not sold, knocked down. They're yours until they naturally go. Wow, that's interesting. So not passed on to someone else in your family? Bacon. I was a career and working during COVID pandemic. Yeah. Oh, a courier? You were a courier. Okay. That could be fun. That could be fun. So anyway, contentment is something that the world tells us we shouldn't be. You should never be content with what you have. You should always want more. You should always want newer. Newer is always better. Bigger is always better. Unless it, well, even I was gonna say even a diamond's bigger is better. I was gonna say, diamonds are not big, but they're better. We have to fight that. We have to fight that. Carer? I was thinking caregiver. Yeah. That's not caregiver would be the word we probably use, Mel. Josh, if there is family, yes. Okay, but if no, then they have to build around and find a different place. They have no rights to destroy the property. If you have no family, the deeds are buried with you, so no one can fraud them. That's fascinating. Wow. That's a fascinating idea. Skirt Savage, I'm content on what I have because I know God will provide what I need. Yeah. And that's part of the idea of simple living, is living in what God cares or what God provides for you. Yeah, as working in care homes. Yeah. Carer is not the caregiver would be the way that we say it in the States. So that was where I was like, did you just spell courier? Because carer didn't make sense in my head. Your daughter was a senior caregiver during COVID. All right, we should have an ad coming in. So let me give you the fish while we go to that.
Flat cat pastor rocks his tweet, streaming life by the reeds. Fish pond calm and glassy clear, view it all right from here. Dapper man with sax in hand, plays tunes by his quiet land. Acoustic guitar in the breeze serenades the fish with ease. Watch the fish, they swim along to the rhythm of his song. Flat cat pastor shows the way, stream it live come what may. With his cam he shows it all, little fish both big and small. Life in ponds so serene, nature's beauty on a screen. See the ripples, watch the flow, hear the music, gentle glow. Flat cap's charm and calming tone makes the fish feel right at home. Watch the fish, they swim along to the rhythm of his song. Flat cat pastor shows the way, stream it live come what may.
All right, you guys should be back. Yeah, ads are done. Yep. It doesn't always give me the message, but I'm just looking at the upper right there. That's the one I just like. The moved fish around. It's like they are not staying in cam. I need to move some things around, but the lower right is looking really good, which I need to add lights on so it'll work for night as well. Anyway, let's keep reading in this passage. But if we have food and clothing, we can be content with that. So, necessities. Food, you got to have food. Clothing, you need to have clothing. Big Davy, welcome in. Those who want to get rich fall into temptation and a trap, and into many foolish and harmful desires that plunge people into ruin and destruction. For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil. Some people eager for money have wandered from the faith and pierced themselves with many griefs. Okay, this is a really often misquoted passage that says money is the root of all evil. It's not what it says. The love of money is a root. In other words, it's one root of all kinds of evil. There are other things that are roots of evil. It's not just money alone. Power would also be one. Fame might be another one. I mean, I can come up with a list of roots of evil. But if you're wanting to be rich, when you are rich, you fall into all kinds of temptations. I mean, just look at the number of stories of people that win the lottery and their lives are ruined. Look at the number of people that get famous, either musicians or actors or athletes, and they end up like just having destructive behaviors, chasing after things, and end up destitute. It's not great. It's not great. So we can see it all around that, yes, loving money, pursuing money, that there's lots of temptations along the way and lots of traps. So right now, I think there are no fashion designers that are doing flat caps. It'd be kind of cool if they were. Because then I could show them off for, fashion. But I drive a Chevy and a Ford. Pretty generic. Driving a Chevy and a Ford. I'll tell you what, if I could afford it, I'd be driving a fancier car. I'd be driving a Lexus, or I'd be driving a Range Rover. I'd go and I probably wouldn't get a Maserati. That's just silly. It's not a useful car where I live. But if I had the money, I would probably do that. And you know what? I'd probably have more than one. I'd probably get more. Do I need? No. Like, I have a vehicle. My wife has a vehicle. We used to both drive back and forth to work, so we needed two vehicles. Could we get by on one vehicle right now? Probably. Probably. We've done it before. But I don't need to get rid of one. Disclaimer, no flat caps are sponsored by this stream. Yes. I wish that some sponsor of flat caps would sponsor me. Oh, my goodness. Like, that's the dream sponsorship for me is, tea would be great. Some fish food sponsorship, that'd be pretty cool. If you need the right fish food, come sponsor me. If you're a flat cap, actually, I've thought about, this is in jest, so don't ever expect it to happen. I've thought about designing my own flat caps, and starting my own flat cap company, and I think it'd be fun. It'd be awesome, but I don't want to be a business owner. I don't want to go into manufacturing. I don't want to be an employer of people, but it would be fun. Mel, you need multiple cars, money for a Maserati. Can't use that on a daily. Exactly. I can't use that on a daily drive. Even my bicycle, which I ride all the time. I can be content with it because I have one to ride. I'm probably going to go for a ride today. Yes, there's snow outside, but I really want to get out and go for a ride. So today, tomorrow, or Saturday, I'm going for a ride. I've made up my mind. I'm getting out. I'm riding. I've got winter gear to help me stay warm, so I'm not worried about that. And it's probably in the 40s. I got to check the weather and see what day I'm going. Okay. So I'm thinking about another passage. I have learned the secret. You see if I find it there. There it is. Okay. Want the full chapter here. Okay, I'm going to back up here. Finally, brothers and sisters. So I think we can drop off whatever was up above. Finally, he's in a new section here. This is a concluding thing. It might be a summary, but I don't know if we have to go back. We'll start with that. Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, 6 things. If anything is excellent or praiseworthy, 7, that could be just excellent, praiseworthy as one thing. Think about such things. Or he's doing the 7 is the number of totality, and there are 7 things that are this, but yea, there are 8. There's one more than total. There's even more. Think about such things. Whatever you have learned or received or heard from me or seen in me, put into practice. So if you've learned it, you've received it, you've heard it, you've seen it, put it into practice, and the God of peace will be with you. I rejoice greatly in the Lord that at last you renewed your concern for me. Indeed, you were concerned, but you had no opportunity to show it. I am not saying this because I am need, for I have learned to be content, whatever the circumstances. I love this. I have learned. This is not a natural inclination. It is something you need to learn. You learn it from experience. You learn it from other people. You learn by making the mistake of not being content. I have learned to be content, whatever the circumstances. For I know what it is to be in need. I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. I can do all things through him who gives me strength. Okay, we usually just take verse 13 and we just go, I can do all things through him who gives me strength. Look at the context. He just said, I have learned the secret. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well-fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or want. Then he tells us the secret. Yeah, one of the most misquoted verses, yes. The secret of contentment is what I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Like, if I don't have food for today, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. I don't need the food to give me strength. I don't have a job. I can still do it. I don't have money. I can still, like, the joy of the Lord is my strength is another verse there. So the secret of contentment is knowing that it is God who strengthens you, not your own strength, not you providing for you, not you striving after it. One of the biggest things of, we already talked about fasting, is you fast to show your reliance on God instead of your need for yourself. You take Sabbath rest to not strive to have more, to be content, and also to see that God is the one doing the providing. So the secret to being content is that you can do all things through God who gives you strength. Not you on your own. Not you striving for more. Not you needing more. I can do all... Yeah. Lucis, I have learned that... I'm watching 2 Lucis. I've learned from a life of trials not to expect good things. So when good things come, I give glory to God because it's out of my usual way of things. And I know it's him who made it happen. Yeah. I'm just thinking, let's go look at the word content here and then see if there are other uses of it. So Philippians 4. Sorry, the volume was a little loud back there. Sounds like a pessimist. Huh, why do you say that? It's instead of thinking that I need more. Oh, you mean I'm watching, maybe. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Thought you're talking about the passage. There it is. Sorry, wrong verse. Sorry, the channel I have the fish stream on suddenly went to not just instrumental, but having singing behind me, and that's very distracting. Yeah, thinking that bad things will always come when our Father loves us and wants us to good things. Okay. Autarkes. Autarkes. Oh, guitar
Strong's
case.
G 842. Austarkes.
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 Sufficient for oneself, strong enough for possessing enough to need no aid or support, independent of external circumstance, content with one's lot, with one's means, though the slenderest. Okay. No, this is the only time it's used. Bummer. Okay, so it's a compound word. Let's go over here to the other part. Archeo.
Strong's G 714. Archeo. Archeo.
Bum, bum, bum. To be possessed, to be strong, to defend, to be satisfied or content. Yeah, satisfied. That's another good word for it. Satisfied. I'm satisfied with that. Okay. Oh. But the wise answered, saying, not so, lest there be not enough for us and you, but go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourself. Not sure what that passage is. That's confusing to me. And be content with your wages. Oh, yeah, the soldiers likewise demanded of him, saying, and what shall we do? And he said unto them, do violence to no one, neither accuse anyone falsely, and be content with your wages. So Jesus, when he was doing teaching, and the soldiers asked him, how should we be content with your wages? Wow, that's a harsh thought. Like, shouldn't I be striving to move up the corporate ladder? Shouldn't I want a review and more money? Shouldn't I get paid more today than I did yesterday? Sure. I think this is one of the reasons why some of us who are streamers are not good self-promoters and saying, hey, put a sub down there. You know, it takes us having an event to actually, like, oh, I'm going to do a stream anniversary, so I'll talk about, hey, sub to me. I'm doing a affiliate anniversary. Hey, go ahead and sub to me. We're raising to give away to pass the cap. You know, go ahead and give the dono. Give. Not to me. It's easier, but to ask you to pay for my needs feels really harsh, feels really difficult, because I'm satisfied with what I have. So I don't want to ask. Oh, here we have the, if we had enough money, we couldn't even buy enough. Okay, that's the bread for the feeding of the 5,000 or the 4,000. Show us the Father, and it will be sufficient for us. It'll be enough. He said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in your weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, than the power of Christ may rest upon me. Yeah, so this still is the same idea. Here we're talking, here it's going into health. Here it's going into health and going, yeah, well, infirmities are going to be, what is it coming against you? So. Okay. Let's look at this one. We have another one here in Hebrews. Let's see, 3 John, patient against malice, and not content therewithin, neither doth he receive the brethren. Okay, let's go look at Hebrews 13:5. Hebrews 13. like I said, like contentment and well, you can also think about this simplicity as well. And some of this is going to depend on where you live, for instance, because not every place is going to allow you to do this, okay? So for simplicity's sake, if I lived in New York City, I would probably forego having an automobile, and I would take public transportation. That would probably be a good choice to forego having ownership of a car and being more simple, or having a bicycle. Now, maybe New York City is not a great place to bike. I'm not sure. I see people do it all the time. I don't know if they have designated lanes, but just thinking about that, I could. Now, I would have real difficulty where I live being able to do that. I am half a mile away from the closest grocery store. They don't have everything there that I purchase. I could walk to the next closest grocery store or ride my bicycle, which is going to be, 3 to 5 miles. I don't know exactly what it is. 3 to 5 miles away, and then carry my groceries back and forth. I could do that. Now, my mom is 5 hours away by car. I am not riding my bike to her house more than once a year, if I would even do that. Okay? Because it ain't going to be a one-day bike ride. Not going to be a one-day bike ride. I have no idea what that would be. I don't want to think about it. My in-laws are an hour away, so I have done that as a bike ride. Trying to think if that took me 5 hours to do that or if it was 6 to ride to their house. So, yes, in some sections of New York City, the bikes are taking over parks, roads, and road space. Unlearned. Good breakfast. Good. So, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you can forego something to be living simpler. You can also do that with like your food that you do. I'm not going to buy really extravagant things and cuts of meat and those things. So I'm not going to buy a filet mignon. I'm not going to do beef Wellington. I'm not going to do lobster. I'm not going to do tiramisu. I'm just trying to think of some things here. Creme brulee. I want to do creme brulee, so let's just skip that one. I don't have to be fancy. I don't have to do all those. I could be satisfied with a cookie and a liverwurst sandwich. I had to pick a sandwich I would eat. I was going to say bologna, and I won't eat a bologna sandwich. Or peanut butter and jelly. Yeah, fancy cheese and pre-cut veggies. Yeah, I'm a sucker on the fancy cheese part. So, okay. But you like lobster and creme. I know. I didn't get my license until you were 18, Mel, because where you lived was close to a bus hub, and when you moved away from the bus service, wasn't great, so you needed a car. Yeah. You were going to buy salmon yesterday, but it was expensive. Well, where I live, I can just go fishing for salmon. So salmon still is kind of expensive here, but less so. If you came over, I could make you some. Okay. So let's see. We were in Hebrews. What was the verse? (13) verse 5. Okay, we should get to it pretty quickly here. Okay. Keep on loving one another, brothers and sisters. Do not forget to show hospitality to strangers. Okay, here's another part of being content is I can give away what I have. I can live simply and I can bless other people. So, hospitality to strangers is not hospitality. Actually, the word means love of stranger. Love of stranger. Now you need feel fancy making eggs for breakfast. Yeah, with the cost, it could be that fancy. So a stranger is someone who may not have means. They are like, we don't stop and help strangers very often. It's been so long since you've had those. I I may be having eggs for dinner today. Either today or tomorrow, I'll be having eggs. Not to brag or be fancy or anything. Just that's the plan. So showing hospitality to strangers. 4, by so doing, some people have shown hospitality to angels without knowing it. And I think this is a reference in some ways back to the Old Testament, where the 3 visitors come to Abraham, and they're talked about as being angels, and they're talked about as being the Lord there, and they're talked about. So he's like, when you love the stranger that shows up, you don't know who it is. So you need to love it. So he's giving a rationale for it, but it is like, it's going to cost me to love the stranger. It's going to cost me to love the stranger. Yeah, eggs are still cheaper than salmon. They are. Continue to remember those in prison as if, you were together with them in prison. Okay, this is going to be people they would literally know. Okay, this would be people they literally know that they can go to. This isn't necessarily like, I don't know anyone in prison, I'm not going there. No, there's chances that people are getting thrown in prison. Why? Because they are in debt. Why? Because of the government and things going on. So you're going to know people. And then also because of persecution, because of faith. And those who are mistreated as if, as if you yourself were suffering. So we treat strangers as if we were strangers. We treat those in prison, and we remember them because it could be us in that circumstance. And we look towards those who have been mistreated, and we come alongside of them as if we had been mistreated. Yeah, you meant lobster and creme brulee, yes. Oh, not the eggs. Oh, it's been so you had lobster and creme brulee? I had that while I was on vacation, but that's because, you go on a cruise ship and it's all inclusive. So I did have it when I was on vacation. You love salmon, your favorite fish. Salmon is not my favorite. I've got a couple other, like whitefish. And if you've not had it, it's in Lake Superior. So that's probably my favorite. Perch is probably second, and salmon is third. Grouper is probably fourth. And then from there, I don't know if I categorize them. They're just like, cod's good too. Good fish and chips is good. You don't miss lobster, but creme brulee sounds good. And I do have a torch. Walleye? Yes. You don't know walleye? Or were you just questioning if... Yeah, walleye's good fish, but when there's other choices, I'm usually going to pick that above walleye. We could... Oh, yeah, I didn't mention. Okay. Yeah, I didn't mention walleye. It would be down there below 5, and it's fine. You like walleye? Yeah. Okay. So we're setting up the attitude of love your neighbor as yourself. Okay. Davey, my stove broke yesterday, so your wife bought lobster bisque at Walmart. Oh, your stove broke. I'm sorry, man. And I will say the only time I have lobster, is when I am at, something that's all inclusive and lobster is on the menu. That's the only time I have lobster. I don't have it any other time. So it's not like I go out to look for lobster. Actually, I'd rather have shrimp than lobster. You've not had fish and chips in ages? Yeah. We're just going to turn this into a food stream. Okay. Marriage should be honored by all, and the marriage bed kept pure, for God will judge the adulterer and all sexual immorality. Keep your lives free from the love of money, and be content with what you have, because God said, never will I leave you, never will I forsake you. So we say with confidence, the Lord is my helper, I will not be afraid. What can mere mortals do to me? So he's talking about here of how we love one another, and he continues, I think, here talking about how we love one another, and then the things that can get in the way. Keeping our lives free from the love of money. Not free from money, but free from the love of money. So and instead be content with what you have. What's his reason for it? God said he'll never leave us nor forsake us. And we can say with confidence, the Lord is my helper. I will not be afraid. What can mere mortals do to me? So, this might be more referring to being in prison, those kinds of things. Not having it, God will provide. He's never going to leave you nor forsake you. So, in some ways, I think we take this passage and apply it well. But you know what? One of the times that we apply it is when someone's in the middle of their suffering, and it does not always feel like it is. It is comforting. Yeah, to be reminded of it, yes, but I think we need to know this before we get into the circumstance. To keep our lives free from the love of money and be content with what we have. Okay, let me see if there's anything in chat. You had roasted chicken, Davey. Ooh. I haven't had that in a while. Mel, you like fish, seafood in general, but same on lobster. Like, if it's served, I'll eat it, but I don't seek it out. Yeah. You can, yeah, absolutely. Skirt Savage, there's a channel. There's a channel. Go ahead. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Yeah, there we go. Yes. Never gonna leave you. Never gonna forsake you. Our Lord is our helper. I won't be afraid. Didn't quite fit in there. Of course, there is something in chat. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else in the Old Testament. Those are the two passages we got. Or we can just end it. I think we've kind of gone through that. And let me just read the passage here again. And let me see if you have any questions based on these passages and others. Meeting basic needs with joy and contentment. That's what we want to do. Learning to live with less. And it's true. It is learning to do this. And we have to learn it despite the fact that the world tells us that there's more. I'll give you another example, and I'm not. This is me. This doesn't mean this needs to be you. When I was in high school going to college, I went to the movie theater all the time. In fact, that would be a date night most of the time. We're going to go out to eat. We're going to go to a movie. That was a date. No matter who I was dating, it was a one-off date, whatever. We'd go out to eat. We'd go to a movie. That's it. That's what that's my dates were. And then, after I got married, often it was go to the movies. We're doing date night. We're doing that. I don't know the last time I went to the movies. I don't want to pay that much to go sit in a movie theater. Not in my own house. Not in my own, timing and all of that. Around a bunch of other people in the dark. I want to wait for the movie to come out on a free service that I can watch it. Or a service I pay for and I don't have to pay additionally to watch it. Or it's on an airplane when I'm traveling. And if it doesn't, I don't need to see it. So. Need to work on discernment on when to share verses. Well, if a verse comes to mind, go ahead and share it. Go ahead and share it. So, based on the idea of simplicity, simple living, or frugality, those are all different words for the same thing. We resolve to renounce waste and oppose extravagance in personal living, clothing and housing, travel, and church building. So, personal and for the church. So, for instance, in travel, I don't need to fly first class. I don't need to. I have started to move up from the super basic economy as they keep making that lower, and I travel just in main cabin. I just do the little bit above, pay just a little more to not be in the worst position. That's what I've started to do. But boy, I would love to fly first class sometime. I've never done first class. I have got to bump up to business class, and that's kind of cool. Get the bump up to business class, but yeah, I keep it on the simple side. I don't need to pay more for that. Oh, here, let me challenge you on this one. When you go to Disney World or an amusement park and Universal Studios, and they have the Fast Pass that allows you to cut in front of everyone else. Do you do that? Is that extravagance? Is that extra and more than you need? I'm challenging somebody here. It's not myself because I don't do that. And I don't like going to amusement parks, so not a challenge for me. But also renouncing waste. I really have tried to do this on the waste side. I continuously try to think about, is getting it this way going to be something that's wasted or not wasted? That's one of the things I try to look at. Can I repurpose? Can I reuse? Rather than buying the convenient little bags of potato chips, let's say, the little personal size 40, 50 bags, I buy the big bag, and we have it open, and I don't have all that waste of all of the small bags being thrown away. So that's just an example, but thinking about that, Mel, like not sharing when people are in the middle of trial. Oh, you mean that way. Sorry, misunderstood what you meant. Yeah, discerning when to share with a person going through it. I thought you meant in chat. Sorry, my mistake. Yeah, where to be helpful. First class is not worth it for domestic. No. But you're short. Yeah. No, but that's to keep your sanity. Yeah, some things, yes, exactly. Some of those things are, that's why I said, this is all discernment, and then, okay, let me put it this way, like, if I were traveling somewhere, and I always flew first class, and there were no first class seats available left on the plane, would I throw a hissy fit that I wasn't getting my first class? Or if I always flew business class and I couldn't get a business class seat, would I throw a hissy fit? I don't know if you know the word hissy fit. If I just threw a temper tantrum. It's funny, every once in a while I use an old word. It's like, I don't ever use that word because I don't even talk about it, but what's the newer word to say? A temper tantrum. Hissy fit's more of an adult thing than a kid, I guess. When do I do that? When do I... Yeah. But yeah, if you're getting these small bags, like if you get a variety pack, yeah, if you go Karen, there we go. Yeah, I go full-blown Karen on something, then maybe you should renounce something in your life. Now, okay, I'm just thinking something I can challenge myself on. Now, I'm buying loose leaf tea. I'm probably spending the same amount on my tea overall that someone who's just buying the Lipton packs are, because I get it in a big bag of loose leaf tea, and it lasts me quite a long time. So I may be spending the same amount, but I know I can be a little snooty about my tea sometimes. Okay, but I'm not above, like, hey, someone offers me a tea bag and go, well, I'm not drinking that swill. Are you kidding me? I still drink it. It's still fine. It's not the same. I don't have to have the biggest, the best. I'm not buying this because it's the biggest, the best. I'm buying it because it's more fresh. And it's less waste because I get it in a big bag instead of a whole bunch of little bags. I'm watching. Yeah, I feel you on that. Lots of people could use the desire for tact, usefulness, especially if a subject is not directly aimed at them. Kudos, yeah. I just haven't been to an amusement park in a while. Tea dust. I know. I still think it's a way. You're the same with skirts. Yes. Yeah, coffee snobs. Yes. I'm not a coffee snob. I didn't drink coffee for years because it gave me an upset stomach. And I did figure out why it was. So it's the additives, the fillers that are in it. So if you grind the coffee beans straight, I don't get an upset stomach. So my only level of snobbiness is it has to be beans with no additives. So if I go to a coffee place that I know they're grinding their own beans, I'm all good. I don't have to be Starbucks. It can be anybody that grinds their own beans. But what I'm not doing is going to mom and pop, restaurant that's using the Folgers in the back. I'm not doing that. Davey, you grind your own? Yeah. Yep. Mr. Juanito, welcome in. I have got my own to grind. And by the way, if you are looking for some good coffee, I don't know what my command is. I think it's this. Full circle bean. I think that's it. Is that not it? Okay, let me find my command. Let me find my command here. Dun, dun, dun. I know I've got a command for it. I don't remember my commands. Which is also why it's fun to guess my own commands. I can have fun guessing what command did I come up with. Are you kidding? I do not. Oh, that's what it is. Duh. I'll tell you this one so that it's coffee. That's the command. Duh. That was hard. That was hard. Should have thought of that one. Oh, I know. I have it so that actually, you know what? Actually, you shouldn't be able to. I did not have that turned on so that you could see my commands. Really? You can get around that by finding my commands? I have it so you're not supposed to see my commands. You can just use that to go around? That's not cool. Did they add that? Because I had command turned off. Did that get changed? Because I want people to guess. That to me is fun, not know my commands. A lot of people have, here's the list. I got to figure that out. No, see, I like the fun of guess what a command is, and then I get ideas for what commands to give by doing that. So it's only mods can do it? Okay. Okay. No worries on that. Anyway, coffee. So full circle beans. Every bag of coffee that you buy, we give away a Bible to someone. So every time you buy a bag of coffee, whether you buy the ground or you grind it, you just buy the beans, a Bible is given to someone who doesn't have a Bible. No, I like creativity and guessing and seeing. See it? Yeah, they didn't. Well, anyway, it used to be people would type command in there or commands, and it would give them a command that says, haha, you thought I would tell you. What happened to that command? Let me go look at that a minute. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, see? Yeah, see, there it is. Under Streamlabs, it does it. So Stream Elements is giving it away now. So I need to fix Stream Elements so it doesn't do that. Well, that's not fun. Okay. Yeah, it just also gave the other link. Okay. And it might be to begin with I didn't have Stream Elements and I added it later. That might be what it is too. So, okay. This is fun. Okay, I don't know if we need to do anything else with Frugality, Simple Living. Anybody else have other questions, thoughts on it? That we might need to look into. Do I have this one? Nope, I don't have that one. Shiny Penny. I find it less stressful to live a more frugal life. That's part of it too. You find it less stressful. Yeah, that's part of the idea of it. So if you think about like the Amish and others like them, Mennonites, Amish, whichever they may be, Hutterites, there's a bunch of different groups that do that. They live on the land. They're not striving after building bigger buildings. They're not striving after, wealth and any of that. And they live very simply. Not saying you have to go that extreme. You can also live from the level of, I have a lot of shoes, usually bought on sale. I don't need any more shoes. So if they wear out, I could get more. But how many shoes do I need? I have a friend of mine who wears the shoes that go over your toes, like so your toes are all visible, so that he can walk barefoot, essentially in the wintertime, and the rest of the year he walks barefoot. From two things. One, the standpoint of those people that have no access, and the other of simple living. He has chosen to be a thing that he does. Now, I'm not doing that. I wear shoes in the house, so I'm not doing the barefoot deal. So why do church people say strive for more when I'm content with God has given me? Meaning teachers, pastors, and such, because they're wrong. Because if you strive for more, you can give more. There's also, let's go look at that. That's a good question. Let's go look at the passage that is in Prosperity Gospel. Okay. So let's read this one here. Because grind culture has infiltrated the church. Some, yeah. When you strive for more, you actually end up with less. A lot of times, yes. Even think about most governments and the taxation hierarchy is the more that you make, the higher percentage they will take. So if you cross over a threshold into a new tax bracket, you actually may end up with less money than if you had made less money. Type hashtag command options, exclamation point, command level, user level you want to have access to, by the way. Okay, thanks. I'll look into that. Like I said, to me, it's kind of fun to have the, I'm not going to tell you the commands, guess, but I guess not everyone likes that or thinks it's fun. Less peace, less quality time with family and friends, less joy. You lose so much trying to have more. Yeah. Yeah, I'm watching. I totally agree with you. Even spiritually, like, aren't we supposed to be content in all things, humble, more giving to others, blessing than others? Yes, but I want to show you the passage that they often take out of context. Shiny Penny, main reason I stopped working so much and have been the most peaceful you have ever been. That is fantastic. That's fantastic. Okay. I, the Lord, do not change. So you, the descendants of Jacob, are not destroyed. Ever since the time... timer's up. Ever since the timer was up. Ever since the time of your ancestors, you have turned away from my decrees and have not kept my commands. Return to me, and I will return to you, says the Lord Almighty. So we need a context here is... Bye, good hair whimper, they have strayed away from God. And what they've been doing is striving after. We need to have more. We need to be better. We need to have more land. We need to conquer our neighbors. They've been striving the world's way. Okay? But you ask, how are we to return? Will a mere mortal rob God, yet you rob me? But you ask me, how have you robbed me? In tithes and offerings. You are under a curse, your whole nation, because you are robbing me. I'm going to go look up you here, singular or plural, in just a second. Bring the whole tithe into the storehouse, that there may be food in my house. Test me in this, says the Lord Almighty, and see if, if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven and pour out so much blessing that there will not be room enough to store it. I will prevent pests from devouring your crops, and the vines in your fields will not drop their fruit before it is right, says the Lord Almighty. Then all the nations will call you blessed, for yours will be a delightful land, says the Lord Almighty. Okay. So one of the reasons why, and this is in prosperity gospel, and you'll hear this phrase all the time. The only time God ever says to test him is in your giving. And you'll hear phrases like, you give to get, to give, to get, to give, to get, to give. And the more you give, the more you get, so the more you can give. And so you do this, and you got to give more, and you got to give a tithe, and you got to give the whole tithe, and you got to give offerings on top of the tithe. And no. Let's go look at who is here in the passage. What are we at? Malachi 3. Okay, Malachi 3. Had to remember where it was, so we can look it up. Great question, by the way. I love this little sidetrack. It's tied in really well, and it might not have fit anywhere else. Where is the test me in this? Oh, wait, no. Let's start here. Let's start here. And I don't need to look up all the words. Just need to look up. How will a man, masculine, singular, rob God, but yet ye, masculine, plural. This is you, all of you. You ask, how can a single person rob God? Yet all of, yes, ye. This is King James, looking up here in Blue Letter Bible. Second person, masculine, plural. You, all of you, the nation, all of you have robbed me. Collectively, you have robbed me. But you say, where have we robbed? Okay, I got to go click on that. What is that? Okay. It is still second. How have we, second person, masculine, plural, in tithes and offerings? You, plural, are cursed with a curse, for you, second person, masculine, plural, have robbed me, even this whole nation. All of you. All of you have done this. Okay, let's see who's supposed to bring now. Bring ye, second person, masculine, plural. All of you. All of you. This is not individuals. Okay? And that there may be meat in my house, and prove me now, however, saith the Lord of hosts, if it will not open the windows of heaven and pour you, second person, masculine, plural, out a blessing, that there will not be room enough to receive it. Okay, all of those are plural. All of those are plural. This is to a nation. This is not, so people say, oh, then it's to the church because God sent it to his people. No. This is tied specifically to the land, the promise of the land, and what they were to do in connection with the land was to give a tithe, and the tithe was to go to the Levites, and that's what the Levites lived on. Okay? The offering system, not the tithe, the offerings was all often ate together in fellowship with other people and with the priest who was taking it, who was offering it. There are portions that were eaten. Okay, we neglect that part. But they are neglecting God. Why? Because I don't want to give him my best, then I have less. I don't want to give him the total I'm supposed to, because then I have less. And the whole nation has done this because I'm striving to get more. I'm striving to have more. So let me see. Do we have giving on the list? Do we have giving on the list? Oh, the wrong list. Let me see if we have giving on the list. We do not have giving on the list. Might fall under sacrifice on some way, but I'm going to put it down here. And we'll get to that some point this year. So, why do pastors often preach Ocean's 11,000? Once again, the side notes fry your brain with English terms I don't understand. Help! Don't worry about that. Just ask questions. Just ask questions. This is just helping me understand. Is it you, singular, I'm watching you people, or you, everyone in the chat? That's the difference of what I was trying to look at there. Yeah, and those are grammatical terms in some of those, so you don't need to know those. But part of the thing is, one, both the Catholic Church, which is different from the rest of the church worldwide because of the way their structure is, and then Protestant churches, which are going to have another structure. You have buildings. You have buildings that need maintained. You have people that are employed, and without funding, it can't happen. So the appeal is made to give because it's needed. We have to keep the building running. Isn't that one of the most fun things that you hear? Is well, if we don't, we're under budget. We're under budget. We're under budget, and we may not be able to turn the lights on. We may have to, get rid of the children's worker. Always the children's worker that goes first, because then you can pull on people's heartstrings, right? You hear this almost every week. Yeah. We made it I made it a pattern. We'll put it in the bulletin to give you an update, because as stewards, we want you to know where we at budget-wise. But you see it. We don't need to tell you. But they go in this direction because they have to maintain the budget. They want to expand the budget. They want to, yeah. Wait, there are churches that pay for children's workers? It depends. And I'm not saying they get paid well. They may get paid a small amount, depending on the extent of what they do. Yes. Like if you have a children's pastor, you might. You might, Rabbit, you might. But part of it, yeah, it falls in this two things. One is we need to maintain the building we have. The building we have, the staff we have costs so much money. One of the biggest problems for a church that has one pastor, like you're a small church, you're 100 to 200 people, maybe you're smaller than that, but a church that only has one pastor, maybe a secretary, and that's it. That's the smallest level, and the secretary is part-time. The pastor may be part-time or full-time. The pastor's salary is often the most expensive part of what the church is paying for, is the pastor's salary. The building might be next, depending upon what if you owe money on the building or not. If the building's paid off, then the pastor usually is the most expensive thing. So you're paying. So these things do come from Scripture. They are scripturally based, but we're not in the same system. We're not tied to the land, okay? We don't have to have the building. If the building becomes a barrier, we need to get rid of it. If we can't afford the pastor, then maybe we need to get the pastor part-time instead of full-time. Maybe the pastor needs to be bivocational, have another job on the side. Most of the world, that's how it operates. I would say outside the Catholic Church, most of the world, pastors have a job and they're a pastor. It's not exclusively that I am full-time pastoral work. They may still do full-time pastoral work, but they don't get paid the same way that the United States and even Europe would pay. So it's part of the you have to maintain is why we talk about it all the time. We need to get paid. We need to talk about it. Now, I was never good at doing that. I'm really bad at you need to give me money. I don't like it. People get tired of hearing it. I don't want to be that person, so I don't do it real well. But the other side there is, what was I going to say? Oh, if it's not that, then it is prosperity gospel. So there's the two sides. The one side is we have a system to maintain, and you have to give, or the system will collapse and the church won't function. So we have to maintain the system, and that's why you got to give. You got to give. You got to give. The other side is prosperity gospel, trying to tell you you will have more. You need to be striving for more because God will bless you. Well, that negates other passages. Let me find another one of those. In this life you will have trouble. No, I just want New Testament. Do not worries in this life. Deceitfulness, the desires of things will choke out, make it unfruitful. No, that's not what I want. No, I don't want eternal life. Life in this world will keep you. Okay. I have to try another one. I have overcome the world. Oh, Mel, all the pastors you've had have been bivocational? Yeah, that's not a common thing. There we go. John, that's what I want. In context. Okay, a time is coming, and in fact has come, when you will be scattered, each to your own home. You will leave me alone, yet I am not alone, for my Father is with me. I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In the world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. I don't think this is to the disciples alone. In the world you will have trouble. But take heart, I've overcome the world. You're going to have trouble in the world. You're not going to have everything. Mr. Hunhito, what's your opinion if a pastor refused churches because they are small and simply don't have the funds to pay what the pastor wants? More a sense of that pastor, the sole reason the pastor refuses. I'm going to have strong opinion on that, Mr. Hunhito. I think there's something wrong with that they are not thinking about simple living. They are not humble. They are thinking more highly of themselves than they ought. And also, it's probably not what they've been taught. So I'm not saying that they're... Yeah, I think I got what you're trying to say. Yeah, like, well, I can't go to that church because they won't pay me enough. Okay, I've been at churches that didn't pay me enough. Okay? I was at a church that, I'm just going to round these numbers off because I don't remember what they actually were. Let's say the housing allowance to pay for my house that the church was paying me was, I'm just going to say $1,000 a month. And I was paying $2,000 a month rent. And then utilities and everything on top of it. And like I said, these numbers are rounded off just to make them simple. So total with everything, I was paying $2,000. They were giving me $1,000. They weren't giving me enough to live on. It meant I had to take the part of my other salary to pay for food and clothing and my kids and gas and car and spend it on house. So they weren't paying me what it cost to live where the church was at. So it happens. I didn't, not go there because of it. I still went there. And if my wife didn't have a job, we'd have been in trouble. Couldn't make it on one salary living there. So, but you're right. There are people that will not go to a smaller church because they won't get paid. I have a lot of great friends who are at small churches and are bivocational. They have a job on the side. I think having a job on the side helps you as a pastor. I really think it does. I think having had a job before being a pastor helps you too. I mean, look at Peter, Andrew, James, and John. We're all fishermen before they became apostles and disciples. Okay, they understood what it was to work for a living. If you end up going, and I'm not picking anyone that had this route, okay, don't hear me say that. What I'm saying is there's a difference if I just went to school, went to college, went to Bible college, and became a pastor and have never had a job. I'm not saying you couldn't have had them on along the way, paying your way through school. Not saying that. What I'm saying is there are some who have no understanding of what it's like to struggle and pay the bills and all of those things because they never faced it. And I think when you face things, it makes you better understand the people that you are ministering to. Mel, people need to make enough to make a living. It's a challenge because small churches struggle to be able to pay a living wage. Yeah, they absolutely do. They absolutely struggle with that. If the church is small enough that the pastor can do what is needed and the church and have time for family and another job, then it is reasonable as long as the church isn't being unreasonable. Totally. There has to be an expectation of what they can do if they are bivocational. Absolutely has to. Agree with that. Okay, we're going to have an ad coming in here. You know what? Let me snooze it and let's end up rating out anyway. I got a meeting in 10. Ukulele, I haven't messaged you, but I did want to ask, are you thinking about doing a collab again around Easter? We're just about to Lent, so we're about 50, 60 days away from that. I wanted to know if you were interested in that, and we can start thinking about that and talking about it. They're wanting a pastor with weekly office or weekday office hours and hospital visits and overseeing staff. They may need a full wage. Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes even when you do have a full wage, they want 60 to 70 hours of work, and they don't want to pay you for all of that. It's a whole messed up system in some ways. It's a whole messed up system. Okay, let me know. I was going to message you earlier. I just haven't got to it. Mr. Argenio, yeah, I wasn't saying a pastor shouldn't be paid more on the reason of the heart behind it going to a church or not. Your initial thoughts showed you understood what I was asking. Thanks for, yeah. Yep, regarding, the collab, I understood. Yeah, and I think it's just time to start thinking about it. So, but I'm also trying to think of a lot of collabs right now. I'm going to start doing that. Bum. Hey, I don't see them that often this late. That looks like a good place to go if I don't see anyone else. Oh, that's who I was mixing up. Oh, I just realized I was mixing up two people on which one was Catholic and which one wasn't. I just realized who I mixed up. Okay, I'm glad I didn't say anything when I was there earlier. How much time left on stream? Oh, we're rating out Mr. Hanhito. I have a meeting in 5. So we'll be rating out. So let me send you off with a blessing. And we're going to go over to Bobby B. May God's seeking comfort find you. May his loving arms bind you. May his might protect you. May his wisdom direct you. May the joyous love of Jesus Christ be with you and all those you know, both now and forevermore. Amen. Thank you for all the... have a great day to all. Thank you. God bless. Oh, yes. 10:02. I'll be praying at 10:02, but not here. We have to raid out. But thank you. Actually, exclamation point there. Exclamation point. All right, let's roll those beautiful bean footage. I mean, credits.
Flat cap on his head, he's streaming live. Reading from the book, the word so alive. A prayer in his heart that lifts the soul. In the digital world where spirits roll. Hallelujah, from the screen we scream. Join the pastor in the holy dream.